Iron Man and Arsenal are flying in the sky. The Falcon says that their task is to stop the Grim Reaper, a villain who has infiltrated a military base. Arsenal blows up a car thrown at them, and he and Tony land next to the Reaper. The Reaper knocks Stark down with an energy charge. Tony breaks through several walls, but Arsenal catches him. The Reaper launches a rocket into the Avengers Tower. The Falcon warns that the rocket will destroy not only the tower, but also half of the city. Captain America orders Thor to stop the rocket. Stark orders Arsenal to fly after the rocket too. The robot throws Tony to the ground and flies away. Stark remains waiting for his armor to restart. Thor catches up with the rocket and changes its course. The Falcon says that the rocket can explode if you change the direction of flight. The rocket explodes. The Captain and the Falcon see a bright flash on the screen. Thor saves the Arsenal that arrived. It absorbs the energy of the explosion. Iron Man neutralizes the Reaper with a shot. In the tower, Thor and Hulk praise Arsenal and invite him to participate in a friendly sparring match. Fury contacts the Captain and shows him the destroyed city. The Widow interrogates the Red Skull. She realizes that Thanos is looking for the 5 Infinity Stones. The Observer is sitting on his lunar base. Thanos breaks into the base and attacks the Observer. Tony and the Falcon simulate Arsenal's use of the Power Stone. Tony says that Arsenal cannot control the Power Stone, but can restrain its power. Arsenal shows Tony holographic recordings from Howard Stark. Tony's father informs that Arsenal transfers energy to a parallel universe, but if he returns it, it will destroy him. A fireball flies into the Avengers Tower. It's an observer. The Avengers find out that Thanos is on the moon and go there. On the approach to the moon, a meteorite crashes into them. The ship falls to the surface of the moon. Thanos finds a casket in which there was a power stone, but it is empty. Thanos falls into the Avengers trap. The Avengers arrive on the second Avenger. Tony asks Arsenal to stay away from Thanos. Thanos cannot destroy the force field. He offers the Avengers to give the Power Stone and then he will not destroy the Earth. The Avengers reject his offer. Thanos grabs Thor and the Hulk and destroys the force field. The Avengers rush to attack. Thanos throws Iron Man and he falls to the Observer base. The Arsenal flies behind him. Thor's hammer cannot harm the Titan. Hawkeye's arrows also do not cause harm. Thanos is attacked by Captain America. The Titan grabs his leg and throws him at the Falcon. At the Observer's base, Arsenal offers Tony to use the Power Stone against Thanos, but Stark does not want the explosion to destroy half of the moon. He asks the Observer to let him use his technology to concentrate the energy of the stone. Thanos beats up the Captain, Thor, and the Hulk. The Captain sends Barton and the Widow to Stark. Tony wants to assemble an installation of Observer crystals so that Arsenal can use the Power Stone. Thor throws a hammer at Thanos, but misses. The Titan tries to lift Mjolnir, but cannot. Then he grabs Thor and starts hitting the hammer with it. The Falcon finds information about Thanos. Tony and Arsenal assemble a setup for using the Power Stone, but then Thanos breaks into the Observer's base. The installation is almost ready. The Avengers throw crystals to Tony. He collects the setup and passes it to Arsenal. The robot shoots Thanos. An explosion is heard. Thanos uses the Infinity Glove and takes the Power Stone from Arsenal's chest. Thanos drops the robot and flies away. The Falcon reports that it is impossible to destroy the Infinity Stone. To destroy the Infinity Gauntlet requires huge energy. Arsenal says that he has accumulated such an amount of energy. Tony does not want the Arsenal to be destroyed by this energy, but the Avengers have no other choice. The Avengers put on the armor of the Titans. They attack Thanos flying to Earth. But even the weapons of the Titans cannot stop Thanos. The Falcon informs the Arsenal of the desired energy output frequency. Thanos breaks the Avengers. He is attacked by Iron Man. Thanos only laughs. But the Arsenal releases energy. A huge bright flash appears in space. Thanos disappears into the depths of space. The Observer finds the Arsenal head. Tony brings Arsenal's head to the Avengers Tower. He wants to restore his father's gift. The Avengers are being interviewed in their tower. The journalist asks them questions about the Day of the Avengers, which was established by the mayor. The Avengers were given the key to the city. The Hulk declares that he is the strongest of the Avengers, but then Thor says that he is the strongest. The Hulk knocks Thor down and they fly out into the street together, breaking through the wall of the tower. Thor and the Hulk fall to the ground and continue to fight. The journalist approaches the mirror. In the reflection, it is seen that she is Thor's brother Loki. Loki uses a rune and summons lightning. Lightning strikes the helicopter and it falls right on the crowd of onlookers at the tower. Iron Man tries to stop the fall, but a lightning bolt throws him off. Thor and the Hulk rush at each other. The helicopter will fall from above. Hulk catches a helicopter and puts it on the ground. Tony arrives. He is unhappy with the behavior of the team members. Loki appears under the guise of a journalist. He provokes Thor and he hits the Hulk with his hammer. The Hulk flies over buildings and falls in the park. Thor arrives there and hits the Hulk with a hammer, but he grabs Thor's weapon. Stark arrives and the rest of the Avengers. They try to stop the fight, but the journalist with the camera says that it's time to finally find out who is stronger than the Hulk or Thor. Thor asks Heimdall to open a portal to Asgard. A rainbow bridge appears. Loki changes the destination with the help of a rune and orders the bridge to move Thor and his rival to Valhalla. The Hulk Thor hits and he disappears into the portal. The Hulk hurries after him. The Avengers realize that the journalist is not the one Hawkeye is shooting at her. But Loki repels the arrow and takes his true form and hides in the portal. Loki arrives in Valhalla and appears before Hela, the ruler of this world. He offers her to watch the duel of the two strongest heroes. Thor and the Hulk are fighting in the arena. Thor realizes that they are not in Asgard, but the Hulk does not want to listen to him. He spins Thor, holding his cloak, and throws him into the wall of the arena. Loki asks Hela to give him her hunting horn in exchange for the opportunity to watch the battle of the Hulk and Thor forever. In New York, the Avengers are trying to open a portal and go after friends. A portal opens and Hela's dead warriors come out of it. They are commanded by Loki. The Avengers engage in battle. They destroy a lot of dead warriors, but there are too many of them. Jarvis informs Stark that Loki controls the army with Hela's hunting horn. In Valhalla, Thor and the Hulk see a portal to Earth, into which an army of the dead is marching. They try to return, but the portal throws them away. Hela appears and says she wants to watch their fight. The Hulk rushes at her. Hela touches the Hulk and he falls to the ground and turns into an ordinary person. Hela says that she just brought the Hulk's death closer. She returns his strength to the Hulk and says that the loser in their fight with Thor will be able to return to Earth. The winner will remain in her kingdom. Thor offers the Hulk to succumb to him and return home, but the Hulk beats him and rushes into battle, shouting that he is the strongest. The Falcon and the Captain attack Loki, but he dodges their blows. Iron Man fires missiles at Loki. He falls to the ground. Stark shoots him with a repulsor. Loki attacks with lightning from his staff in response. Hal and Thor are fighting in Valhalla. Hela is watching the fight. Hulk presses Thor to a rock. Hela says that this battle exceeds all her expectations and that Loki managed to please her. Thor throws the Hulk away with a kick. He understands that Hela gave Loki the horn and the army of the dead in exchange for one of them. The Avengers smash the last skeleton and stand in the middle of a pile of bones. Stark tells Loki that it's over, but Loki uses the horn to create a huge skeleton warrior from the bones. The monster walks through the city to the Avengers Tower. The Falcon and Barton attack the monster, but he restores all the damage. In Valhalla, Thor tells Hela that Loki defeated both him and the Hulk and herself because he left her without an army and an empty kingdom. Hela becomes enraged. A giant skeleton walks through the streets of the city. Barton shoots him in the leg with explosive arrows. The widow jumps off a flying motorcycle and jumps right into the hole that has formed. She finds herself inside the monster. She sets bombs in his leg. The leg falls apart. The Falcon picks up Natasha. Loki blows the horn again, but he is knocked down by the widow, the monster kneeling. A portal opens in the sky and the Hulk and Thor fall on the monster. They knock it to the ground. Thor uses lightning and blows the skeleton's head off. The portal opens and Hela takes the horn from Loki. The Avengers are preparing to attack Loki, but Thor and Hulk say that this is their battle. They attack Loki. He repels their attacks and hits them with the lightning of their staff. Hela watches the battle. The captain wants to intervene, but Stark stops him, who understands the friend's plan. Thor and Hulk ask for mercy from Loki and admit defeat. Loki triumphs, but suddenly Hela says that Loki is a great warrior and he deserves a place in Valhalla. She blows the horn and restores the skeleton monster, who grabs Loki and takes him to the portal. Hulk and Thor go for a snack. Falcon and Captain America are flying to the SHIELD base, which was captured by Hydra agents. They want to detonate bombs there. Tony asks if his friends need reinforcements, but the captain says that maybe this is just a trick to weaken the protection of the skull. The heroes fly up to the base. The Winter Soldier is watching them from the cliff. The Falcon and the captain break into the base. Cap finds a bomb. The Falcon fights with the soldiers. A robot grabs him, tears off his wings and throws him into a hole in the wall. The captain, wearing the Falcon's wings, saves Sam. He also tied the bomb to his flying motorcycle. The bomb explodes far over the ocean. The captain says he wouldn't let another soldier die. Returning to the Falcon Tower, he asks the captain to become his mentor, but he refuses. Tony asks the Falcon to help him with the restoration of the arsenal. The Winter Soldier breaks into the protective systems of the Avengers Tower and gets inside. Tony tells the Falcon that the Widow has information about Captain Bucky Barnes' previous partner. The Falcon leaves. The Winter Soldier throws an electric bracelet at Tony. Stark falls to the floor. In the living room, Barton argues with Thor that he will get a pea in the nose of the sleeping Hulk. The pea flies off the walls and flies right into the nostril of the sleeping giant. The Hulk jumps up and throws the sofa into the TV. The Winter Soldier throws a grenade with sleeping gas. The three Avengers fall asleep. The Falcon comes to the Widow, who interrogates the skulls. Natasha says that Bucky fell into the hands of the Skull and he turned him into a killer named Winter Soldier. The alarm goes off. The Widow and the Falcon escape. The Winter Soldier frees the skulls. Natasha and Sam resort to the captain. He says that most of the cameras are disabled and the rest of the Avengers are unconscious. He turns on the camera from the prison block. The skull chamber is empty. The captain and the others see the Avenger fly out of the tower. The plane turns around and opens fire on the tower. Stark enters the living room. The captain informs him that the Avenger was hijacked. Tony puts on armor and rushes in pursuit of the plane. Tony asks the Widow to wake up the rest of the Avengers. The captain is going to find the one who got into the tower. The Falcon wants to go with him, but the captain refuses to help. The Widow wakes up the Hulk, Thor, and Barton with an electric shock. Tony conducts a dogfight with Mstigit. He manages to punch a hole in the skin. The Falcon penetrates the Mstigit and reports that it is empty. Tony orders the remote control to be turned off. Mstigit returns to the tower with Tony and the Falcon. The Winter Soldier leads the skulls through the tunnels under the tower. Captain America catches up with them. He says that only the Skull knows how to prevent a threat to the planet and asks them to let him go. The captain raises his hands, but the Winter Soldier shoots him in the chest. The soldier raises the skulls and jumps into a passing train. The train comes out of the tunnel. The soldier ties the prisoner to the cable lowered from the drone. Then the captain attacks him. The Winter Soldier and the captain fight on the roof of the train. The passengers are scared by what is happening on the roof. Bucky throws Steve and takes off with the skull. He shoots at the rails in front of the train. The captain orders the driver to stop the train. The Falcon picks up the captain. Barton shoots arrows with cables at the tail of the train. Hulk and Thor slow down the train. Iron Man does not let the first car fall off the bridge. The Falcon discovers the location of the Red Skull, and the Avengers go there. The Winter Soldier launches several missiles in different directions. The Avengers need to destroy each. The Falcon shoots down the first rocket. Hal and Thor deal with the other. Hawkeye shoots down another one with an energy crossbow. The captain and the Falcon chase the rocket flying to the base where they created the Winter Soldier. Hulk and Thor destroy two more missiles. The captain jumps on the rocket and frees the chained skull. The captain is attacked by the Winter Soldier. They fight standing on the rocket. The soldier throws the skulls inside the rocket. The captain and the Winter Soldier grappling also fall inside the rocket. Iron Man, Hulk and Thor shoot down the remaining 3 missiles. The captain and Bucky fight inside rockets. Bucky knocks the captain off his feet. He says that there are 27 seconds left before the explosion and jumps out of the rocket. The captain pulls the skulls out. The Falcon that arrived in time directs the rocket into the ocean and takes the captain and the skulls away. In the Avengers Tower, the captain asks the Falcon to become his partner and help capture the Hydra base in Belarus. Dear friends, thank you for watching. Like and subscribe to the channel. This is important to me.